Hello
Hello
guys,
guys.
that's us back again with another video. First of all, thank you all for the response and support on the last video. It was our first video and it went well for us. We also got some suggestions and we are going to take care about that too. But we got views also, which we did not expect that. In the first video at least, we did not expect the love which we have gotten from you all. So thank you so much for it.
We are so grateful for the
Yes,
appreciation.
yes. So today we're gonna talk about another such topic of how kids and how childhood was different back then and how it is now, right now. Like how the generation has changed and how the habits or how the living style or how the study pattern has changed from time when we were kids. At least
yeah.
when I was in school, it was like around 2000 to 2010 or something like that. And then now the Gen Zs or the alpha kids, which we say, a lot has changed. So we want to discuss about that and we want to know what you think about that. Do you also see those changes? Do you also see those differences or not? Okay, Ritu, so tell me, what do you remember from your childhood?
So from my childhood, I remember going to school on two-wheelers
Yeah.
with friends who are staying in the same building, and then the time which was like the very younger, like first, second,
Yeah.
third, I was so innocent. I was so kind.
Yeah.
And the most of the time that I used to spend was on ground with my friends
Yes.
on those slides and with
Yeah.
sand and everything. And it was so beautiful. I still remember some clips, not everything,
Yeah.
because I was pretty young
Yeah.
then. But even when I changed schools, so in the second school as well, all I remember is like taking part in cultural events and a lot of good memories on the ground, playing different sports.
Yeah.
And yeah, of course, some studies which I did. Like I was a studious person.
We cannot forget studies. We go there for that
For that.
only.
But I saw this transition when, initially when I was in the second school, there were huts like covered with that dry grass, and
Okay.
initially that was the setting that we studied in.
Okay.
And then gradually when I came to 11th, 12th,
Yeah.
we were converted to AC centralized classes,
Yeah.
and everything became a lot more, those projectors,
Yeah.
wide,
More professional and more
Yes,
commercial,
more,
if I'm not
yeah,
wrong.
yeah, and more very enclosed. Earlier we used to be in
Yeah.
huts in the nature,
Yeah.
and then it shifted to projectors and big
Yeah.
screens, touch screens, that.
Mhm.
And yeah, both of them were fun, of
Yeah,
course.
obviously, yeah.
But those time spent in huts or on ground is something I so much remember
Yeah.
more, because like the memories of us playing and
Yeah.
just having fun and hiding in the huts, that was so much nice. And in the huts itself, like they were so organized that we had assembly and like steps down in the
Yeah.
ground, step will kind of,
Yeah.
in a square form, of
Yes.
course. But that was just so well organized. Even the centralized AC and all of those were organized, and that has its own benefits. But I do remember spending time with nature, and it was so memorable.
For me, school days, as you said, we used to go on scooty. We had this time when we used to go in the van, ऐसे खिंचो खिंच भरा हुआ van. And a special thing I remember about my school was that my principal used to take one lecture in a week where he used to make us sit under a chiku tree and he used to recite poems. That was his favorite thing to do, that he used to do with all the kids, all the standards. And I remember it was, again, a lot of things were very nature related. We used to go out, we used to have PT lectures, we used to play and everything. Even after coming home, we used to go out, play with kids and play with another society children. And now when I see, it's different. I won't say it's bad or good, but it's very much different. Like how we were brought up, it's very different than how kids are now getting brought up. And it's I think it's a lot to do with the technological transformation or technological growth which we are seeing right now. And right now I see a lot of kids in their, early childhood, like 4th, 5th standard, and they have phones and they have their own tablets and everything. And we used to have nothing of that sort. We used to just play and study, and we used to do a lot of things which were related to motor skills.
Yes.
And our motor development took place through that. But now I see small kids with phones and tablets. That has changed. And after COVID, I think that has been increased. And they have to compulsorily stay in touch with technology.
Yes.
I mean, jitna bhi we try to push them away from that, but no, that's impossible. And another difference I see is that the parents around us, around the kids, or the teachers around, they also started, obviously because of the need, the technological usage got much greater. And right now अभी देखते हैं तो parents ज़्यादा phone use कर रहे होते हैं, बच्चों के आसपास, and we never used to see our parents using that much technology around us. So obviously that's different. That's a lot. That makes also a lot of difference in the upbringing and the growth of the child and his intellect and everything. I think that.
And I feel when you say about parents using phones, we have seen those doubler phones as well.
The keypad phones, the QWERTY keypad phone, right?
Yeah. And then we have seen the evolution of phones as well.
Yeah.
And so we know the difference, and I feel like we are more connected to both the things, like phones as well as the other nature part.
True.
And because we have seen the phones evolving, we have also seen that the time that is spent outside has decreased.
Yes.
And I feel now it is more structured. Like, people try to say that 2 hours for play. Like, there is a fixed time, like 6 to 7 or 5 to 7 that children have
and
to
for
go
us
to
it
bed.
was like a mummy used to scream beta ghar aao, and used to play like mad kids. It was fun. Do you think that part of the life was better or was good for you more than this? Like, do you feel like कि अच्छा हुआ कि your childhood went like that?
Yeah, I do feel to some extent, because I feel that going out and playing has a lot of benefits to your skills, not just motor skills, but your development, skill development, personality development.
Yes.
And I remember the story that my family tells me, that I was the one who, what I used to do is, when I come back from school, I used to complete my homework first, like within 1 hour. I used
you were that nice good kid.
No, so that I can do whatever after that time.
Okay.
And then we used to go down and play with all the friends, and छोटे बच्चे, we all were like very young, and we used to play hide and seek, and among all the blocks we used to hide. And
oh my god, I still remember we used to like jump from one building to another, and there was no limit, कि इतने में ही छुपना है. We used to like use the whole society to hide, but it was literally fun. It was really the best time of me as a kid that I remember. And now it's difficult to see those kids just using ऐसे phone के सामने ही पूरा दिन, पढ़ाई भी phone में, खेलना भी phone में. They have forgot to go out and enjoy in nature. And I have seen also a lot of parents complaining about those kind of kids. And after COVID, because the wave has come where technology has like the main part in our lives, the kids are actually suffering, and their mental health is also suffering. Like, we have seen cases where the kids are suicidal and everything because they are playing some kind of games and everything like that. There were a lot of cases in news and everything. So I also feel that it was important, the generation which we were in, and the way we were brought up as kids, it was nicer at least than this. And sometimes I feel grateful that chalo meri padhai ho gayi वैसे वाले time में, because now I cannot imagine me totally into phones and everything when I was a kid. I loved it. I liked it, and I miss it. I really miss it.
Yeah, I definitely miss it. And the best part, what happened was, while we were playing, there are few friends who are pretty much closer than the other ones, and as kids we used to go to each other's house, have dinner, and then come to our house. So then our moms would be like, बोल के तो जाओ. We used to have food,
Yeah.
like if the other person's house has something which I like it, like favorite food, then I go eat it, and then their mom calls my mom कि यहाँ खा के आएगी करके, and it's done. So
Yeah.
that was so much friendliness there, and because we used to spend time together, we used to take these advantages
Yeah.
as well, and it made us closer, like
Yeah.
the whole group. We used to meet every day.
Yeah.
Now I don't think all the friends these days meet every day, like
Yeah.
society में नीचे खेलना.
When you talk about friends, it was a skill which we developed as kids, the social skill where we actually build relationships. That happened because we were not constructive. We were not constricted by the technology. We had this privilege to go out, meet new people, meet new kids around the society, meet new friends in the school. But after, like when I see like the homeschooling, not homeschooling, but when I see the school from home or something like that, where they take
Recorded
lectures
video.
online and everything, the opportunity to make relationships is getting suffered. That's what I feel, that they are not getting enough space to go out and meet new kids, meet people the same age as they are. So the relationship which you say, that the openness of parents also knowing each other, and that was like the best time. And now I cannot imagine that. Now people make friends on Facebook. Like Facebook and Instagram is like the core part of their lives, the kids' life right now. So they make friends there. I have heard kids making friends on PUBG. And I'm like, how can you do that? And they are like the best friends, and they actually then go to the relationship part where they find a boyfriend or girlfriend on PUBG. And I'm like, oh my god, what is happening?
They might have not met even once.
No, they don't. Obviously, because they are from
okay.
different country, city, or I don't know, a different part of the world, and they think they are their best friends. But then I feel like, where's the human connection here? Where's the human touch here? Because if you are not in present, if the presence is not filled by the other person, then I don't know how it works. Maybe there are pros on how the bringing up thing is going on right now.
Yes.
But I think there are cons too, and which are affecting on a greater level, even greater than we know.
Yeah, and I feel one very significant difference that I have seen is the number of specs that children have now.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Even from birth.
Yeah, and from birth as well as from like when their face has not even developed fully, they have specs on their face.
Yeah.
So I feel like I got specs like when I was in 11, 12, much later.
Yeah.
But today I see kids, most of them are wearing specs,
Yeah.
and because maybe the parents are also more involved in technology, it passes on to the genes, and then that is also one of the factor. But I feel this is a very significant difference because of the technology and more focus on digital screens.
Yeah. And this also, because I think a lot, this also makes me think like, okay, when I get old and I have my own kids, how would the life be then? And how would they, grow up? Would the schools be this professional and commercialized? Would I even send the child to school or not? Or would I just keep him or her at home and do the homeschooling thing? Because genuinely I think that right now kids are learning more outside the school than in the school, because the textbooks and everything are just there for the sake of it, and they just gain knowledge more from the technology and everything. So it's something which I think a lot about, that even I discuss this with my parents also, that how would it be. Then my parents tell me that unke time mein nothing was there which is right now. उन्होंने भी हमारी तरह drastic changes देखे हैं, from no phones at all at home. They used to send letters and everything. They're from that era.
Yeah.
And they have seen so much of change in 2 decades or like that. So we also might see those changes. So it's like they tell me that we also have come through that, and we have also lived through that. We have learned through that.
Adjusted.
And so you will also do it. You cannot change, or you cannot stop the time. It is going to take its course. So you don't have to overthink about it. It's going to be fine. But yeah, I do think about it.
Yeah, and that is necessary because there are a lot of courses online available as well. Now distance learning is something that is growing more and more.
Yeah.
But I don't understand. So when I was looking for learning any therapy and as well, I found a lot of courses online.
Yeah.
And I used to get shocked and surprised that how can you teach therapy
Yeah,
online?
yeah.
Because it's about connecting to human. It's about showing empathy,
Yeah.
kindness to
Yeah.
human. And how can that happen online? Because that's a screen. I can, like, there are sessions that happen online, like the
Yeah,
counseling sessions
yeah.
happen, but more if I feel that more effective sessions happen when they are face to face,
yes.
and you are able to understand the behavior more
Yeah.
when you are face to
Face to face, true.
Similarly, you are able to understand the behavior of kids
Yeah.
when an actual class is
Yes,
happening,
yes.
more than
Yeah.
the
And that's different for kids also, ना, when they go to school. मतलब स्कूल में होते हैं तो उनका behavior is different because मम्मी पापा उधर नहीं होते. घर से when you take the class, मम्मी is sitting beside you, so the behavior changes. And one experience which I also had was that when I started my masters, it was during COVID. So it was all online. So my first year got finished in online learning. Second year, half semester got over in online. But the last semester, which was the main semester, we had to go to the college. And the day I went there, the day I entered to the class, sat on the bench and took the lecture from the professor himself, standing, सामने हमारे. It was such a nice experience and I felt so good. And I love studying and I cannot do this online thing. And I needed that, presence of the other person actually teaching me, guiding me. And it felt so good that actually 2 साल के मास्टर्स में मुझे ऐसा लगा मैंने तभी सिर्फ पढ़ा. बाकी के टाइम पे I felt like I did not learn anything. So it actually makes a lot of difference.
Yeah.
So
and I feel, when I was in college, I was so much saved. The first year in the college is a year where we learn different modules and we don't have any exam. It's like we, in the morning part we learn, and then from 12 to 6 we go on field. And
that's
yeah, there were and other activities we
Acha,
used to do. So there was different modules. There were 4 parts of it, and like 2 months we used to do each module. So that was the best part. And what happens in there is that all the streams, like from engineering and from BBA and all of them were in the same batch. So it was not just humanities or arts people who were doing it. So we had such a nice group. We had so much fun, and
the conversations also might be happening in the group.
The fun and the conversations that we had in that group were so different.
You get so many ideas, so many different perspectives from different
people. And it was all I remember. The good part, when I look back, the good part was that was the most memorable part and the most best part that I always want, that I will remember.
Yeah.
Because other parts I might just forget. Some days I might forget, even when I at that time I would have felt, wow, kitna acha din tha. But this part is something that I'm never gonna forget, and it was so nice. And I think I was saved because उसके बाद COVID आया. So अगर वो online होता,
it won't make any sense. Right.
And there were kids, there were people who had done that online, and I felt really bad for them. But that was the best. We used to go to field, like we used to go to different parts of our city, and we used to do the activities we were assigned, and we did all of it. So like we got in touch with field, like neighbors in that area. We got in touch with water and nature. We got we got to debate. So everything, the conversations, the debate, and the experience that I have of that 1 year is so memorable. And that's the best part of the college that I have been. Like at that time we felt that कि क्या हो रहा है. But now when I look back, that's so much fun. That was so much good memories that I hold today.
I also remember this. Then अभी थोड़े time पहले I went to my school back for some work, and a lot has changed. I mean, education wise, a lot has changed. We used to get tasks like go out and do this, or make an assignment, or make a poster or something like that. And nowadays the kids get tasks like make a reel for something. We had eco club, we had like club, which was a club related to nature, and we used to go out, we used to visit different places, we used to plant seeds and everything. Those activities were actually fun, and now the activities are more technology related, and that's where I feel sad for the kids that they are missing out on a lot of stuff, and they might not get this time to learn again in their future. This is the only time where they can actually, go and learn something like this. This won't come back, but we can't do anything about it. As much as cons this situation has, there are pros, won't deny, but the cons are also taking a toll on the generation, which I feel.
I remember there were like sports days and all those days. Those are still there.
Fancy dress days. We used to have this food making competition. We used to put these stalls and we used to sell food. Make food on our own and sell food. And oh my god, those were the golden days. But now it's... teachers also tell me that आपके बाद की बैच, मतलब the batch after 2002 or 2003, it is deteriorating. The intellect is deteriorating, but for that reason I feel like we used to, as I said, we used to be connected too much to our physical body usage. Like we used to use our hands, we used to use our legs and for physical training, or we used to write a lot. But right now everything is digital, so you have to just type and everything. So we don't use our those motor skills, and those are very necessary for a child's development. That's what I feel, and that is getting less used now. So the intellect is also suffering there.
The difference that I remember now is कि हमारे लिए जो break होता है was to use technology and to see videos or cartoons on TV. Now the break is taking a break from technology and going out to nature or for a trip. So this difference is so huge. Like
it's like the tables have turned kind of a situation.
And it's like taking a break from technology, and technology was once a break.
That's actually, when I think about it, oh wow, I did not think it like that.
Because now we have been so much used to it. We don't feel that this was once something we did for some, it was
part of the day, a little part of the day, and now it's the whole day, and the break is just a part of it, that you go for a walk or something like that. True.
And when you say that we were more connected to our physical body, now we need to set reminders for drinking water or doing this or that.
I know.
Initially we used to know that we are thirsty or we want to eat this, we are hungry. Now we don't even know. Even at times I miss that, I have to drink water for like few hours have passed and I'm just working, and then I see water and then I have to drink water.
True.
So initially we used to be so much connected to our body, and that was because we spent time with nature. We
used to be more aware of our emotions, our feelings, what we need, the things which we talked about in the past video, that how we listen to our body. I guess everything is connected, So these kind of developmental issues, if we face because of technology, then we are getting detached more and more from our soul and from our body, and so we are not able to listen to it. There are complaints that the kid is not sleeping at night because he is continuously using the phone and उसको नींद आ रही है but वो सो नहीं रहा है. So this is not listening to the body because body needs sleep. But back then, in our times, we didn't have anything like that. We used to just play and our body used to get tired and we used to sleep actually, because we were hell tired after playing so much, after using the whole body like running and shouting and
hiding where in small places.
I know, right?
And staying in different positions there so that no one finds us. There were a lot of games that I still remember, and now those are non-existent.
I remember one episode of Tarak Mehta, if you know that serial, that was a famous, and I love that episode. They actually recreated the pehle ki games and everything. I rewatch it again and again because that brings about like my memories again out there. So I actually miss it, and I feel genuinely sad for the upcoming generation because they are going to lose out on a lot of things.
A lot of physical things, a lot of interpersonal things.
Even our parents also tell us that we also have missed out on a lot of things because of the continuous changes happening. they also say that हमारे time में काफ़ी अच्छी lifestyle थी and काफ़ी अच्छा food habits था. Now we have also suffered a lot because of the changes happening, but now I feel like the graph is going downwards rather than going upwards. The things are heading down. So hope for the best, but I mean,
yeah, of course, digital technology and all the things are important.
Yeah.
But till what extent?
Yeah, that's what I always think, that it's about balance, but we are not able to find that balance because right now it's like the need of the hour to be digitally, all learned, and you have to know how to use your apps, how to use your phone, how to use all those things related to technology, or you are thrown back.
Yeah.
You are nowhere then. So it's like majburi hai sabki ye karne ki. But then again, we are going on the wrong path and away from what we actually are made for. So that's a question which we also want to ask you, that what do you think about this, that the changes which technology has made, they are good. We also use it. We also have to use it. But at what extent should it be there, and at what extent it is actually hindering the development of the child, of the interpersonal relationships, of the friendships and whatnot. So yeah.
And the irony is that we are asking this on a digital platform.
Oh my god, yeah. I mean, we have to reach out to you through a digital platform to ask you, but we can't do anything. We are bounded by that. So yeah.
Yeah, that's us on digital screening or digital
technology. That's us on
technology.
how we enjoyed our generation and we enjoyed our childhood, and that's how we see right now kids enjoying their childhood in a very, very different way. But we hope to see something better, and we hope whatever happens, more of technology, more of nature, more of anything, but it has to be good for the
Good
kids
for
and good
them.
for their growth and good for their intellect. That's what we feel. So
Yeah, also let us know, what do you feel and how was your childhood? What are the memories that you have?
Yeah, you can also comment in the video down that what do you feel, or DM us your experiences as child and how you see now the difference in the upbringing, and how you see that the kids the kids that are right now, how different they are. And you might have small kids around you, family में या कहीं पे relatives के बच्चे or something like that. So you might have seen or experienced something. So you want to know that, and let us know. Again, we are on Spotify. Our podcast is also there. We are on Instagram, so do follow us there and subscribe to our channel, and put that notification button on so that you know when we upload the next video. And thank you for all the love for the previous video. I hope you give more and more love to us. And also, if you have any kind of suggestions for the topic, also put them down in the comments. We would love to talk on that too.
Yes.
So yeah,
Stay tuned and we'll be back soon.
that's us.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye.